Millions of years ago, Earth wasn't one single world. It was a planet split into drifting continents, each isolated, each ruled by its own unique dinosaurs. If you could travel back in time, you wouldn't find one dinosaur era. You'd find many. Separate ecosystems, different climates, and creatures that evolved in isolation, adapting to their worlds in extraordinary ways. Today, we're traveling through those forgotten lands to see how every continent shaped its own prehistoric kingdom. Welcome to Beast of Times, where ancient life and myth come alive. Let's begin in South America, a land that was home to giants. During the late Cretaceous, this was a continent of enormous herbivores and even larger predators. Here lived Argentinosaurus, one of the largest land animals ever discovered. It stretched more than 30 meters long and may have weighed close to 80 tons. Its massive size helped protect it from nearly everything, except for one predator, Giganotosaurus. This was one of the biggest meat-eating dinosaurs ever, longer than a T-Rex and equipped with long blade-like teeth built for slicing through flesh. Some paleontologists suggest that Giganotosaurus may have hunted in groups, though that remains unconfirmed. Either way, this continent was dominated by scale, where survival often came down to who could grow larger, move faster, and endure longer. Now, imagine crossing the ancient seas to Asia, the land of evolutionary experiments. If South America was built on size, Asia was built on variety. This continent produced some of the most diverse and bizarre dinosaurs ever known. In the deserts of Mongolia roamed Velociraptor, smaller than the movie version, only about the size of a turkey, but fast, intelligent, and covered in feathers. One fossil even captures a velociraptor locked in combat with a protoceratops, claws buried deep into its foe, frozen in time for over 70 million years. Then there's Therizinosaurus, one of the strangest creatures to ever exist. It had huge, curved claws over a meter long, a bird-like body, and was likely a plant-eater. Nearby, small feathered dinosaurs like Microraptor glided between trees, 4 wings stretched across their arms and legs, marking an early step toward flight. Asia was a place where evolution tested boundaries, where the first birds were born from dinosaurs that learned to master the skies. Head south to Africa, a continent of extremes. Hot, humid, and teeming with predators, it was home to Spinosaurus, a dinosaur unlike any other, with a crocodile-like snout, long conical teeth, and a towering sail on its back. It's the best evidence of a semi-aquatic dinosaur. It likely hunted massive fish in rivers and swamps, spending much of its life in the water. Sharing its environment was Carcharodontosaurus, a predator nearly as large as Giganotosaurus, with teeth shaped like those of a great white shark. Even the plant-eaters were unique. Urasanosaurus, for example, had a broad, sail-like structure that may have stored fat or helped regulate heat in the harsh African sun. Africa was not a gentle place. It was nature at its most brutal, where even survival itself was a daily victory. Travel north, and you reach North America, home to some of the most famous dinosaurs in history. This land was a stage for legends like Tyrannosaurus rex, Triceratops, and Ankylosaurus. Here, predator and prey existed in perfect balance. T-Rex reigned as the ultimate hunter, with one of the strongest bite forces of any animal to ever walk the earth. Its prey, like Triceratops, fought back with horns and armored frills, forming massive herds that moved across the plains. Even the plant-eaters, like Edmontosaurus, lived in vast groups, migrating through forests and floodplains. North America was an ecosystem of variety and power, where each species carved its own role in the prehistoric chain of life. Across the ancient seas lay Europe, but it didn't look like the Europe we know. During the time of dinosaurs, it was a tropical archipelago, a series of islands scattered across shallow seas. Limited space and resources forced dinosaurs here to adapt in unusual ways. Many became smaller over generations, a phenomenon called island dwarfism. One example is Magyarsaurus, a tiny sauropod no larger than a car. Predators like Dromaeosaurus also adapted to hunt in smaller territories. Europe's dinosaurs were smaller, faster, and more agile, proof that adaptability, not size, determined survival. Now let's travel to the far south, to Antarctica and Australia, continents that challenge our imagination. Antarctica, during the dinosaur age, wasn't frozen. It was a forested land filled with ferns, rivers, and long seasons of daylight and darkness. Here lived Cryolophosaurus, a carnivorous dinosaur with a unique crest on its head. It endured the long cold winters and months of darkness, showing that dinosaurs could thrive even in extreme conditions. Meanwhile, in Australia, evolution took another strange turn. Muttaburrasaurus, a plant-eating dinosaur with a hollow crest on its snout, may have used it to make deep calls across the forest. Smaller predators adapted to hunt in dim light, surviving at the edge of the polar circle. These southern worlds reveal how adaptable dinosaurs truly were, able to live from tropical jungles to near-freezing forests. Each continent tells a different story. Some favored size, others intelligence or agility. Some produced creatures that swam, others that glided or braved the cold. Dinosaurs didn't just rule one world, they ruled many, each with its own environment and challenges. Their fossils aren't just bones, they're echoes of entire ecosystems that once flourished and vanished beneath shifting lands and ancient skies. So if you could visit one of these lost continents, which one would it be? The kingdom of giants in South America? The water world of Spinosaurus in Africa? Or the frozen forests of Antarctica? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Beast of Times